Yo, what is up guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Malt channel, your source for on point and no hype reviews. We are back again, everybody. We are back with another fragrance review today, and this is before I go back to work, guys. This fragrance is definitely, I think, a must do for me because I've owned this bottle for almost 2 years, guys. I bought it blindly, and there are really a lot of mixed reviews on this fragrance. A lot of people really love it, some people don't like it, and some people are kind of like right in between. So today I'm gonna do my no hype video on this very famous Xerjoff fragrance. Now before I continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys, okay? Liking, subscribing, and watching the ads is a great big deal to this channel, especially in procuring a lot of new fragrances. I have about 20 to 25, I believe, 20 to 25 samples of new fragrances, as well as some really established fragrances that I will review eventually, guys. So keep it up, guys. All you gotta do is like and subscribe. Thank you for your support. Now the fragrance that I will be reviewing today comes from the house of Xerjoff, guys, okay? Xerjoff, and Xerjoff is easily one of my favorite niche houses out there, okay? And primarily this is because Xerjoff has a fragrance for literally anybody. They have a lot of fragrances. Some are more specialized than others, and some are mass pleasers, guys, okay? So that's what I like about the brand. They've got a lot of really good fragrances, guys, and this one right here is a popular one. I think that this one, though, needs a no hype review, a real good clarification, if you will, because like I said, there's a lot of mixed feedback regarding this fragrance. And the fragrance that we will be talking about today is none other than Xerjoff's Accento Overdose. Accento Overdose right here. Look at this crazy golden bottle right here. It looks like a slab of gold or a golden vase, right? I mean, it looks absolutely beautiful. Xerjoff Accento Overdose. I've actually owned this for like a couple years now. I bought this blindly. I really didn't care what it smelled like. I didn't look into it, guys. I bought it primarily because of the bottle. It looked really great. Now, this fragrance, Accento Overdose, is actually an upgrade, if you will, from the original Xerjoff Accento, okay? So there is a fragrance called Xerjoff Accento. It's in a purple bottle, guys. And that fragrance, the original Accento, actually got a lot of positive marks with a lot of collectors in the community. A lot of them were saying that that fragrance, Accento, the original, was a beautiful, elegant, feminine scent that had some fruitiness to it, guys, and it got a lot of high marks, guys. So that was the reason why Overdose was made. The original was pretty popular, guys, and so from that, they kind of used that momentum to make Overdose right here. Now, obviously, with Overdose, you are gonna get something different. I mean, at least on paper, looking at the notes, they're pretty different, guys. So on this review, that's exactly what I'm gonna tackle. I'm gonna break down this scent. I'm gonna give you guys the scent development, what you can expect about this fragrance right here, and if you've already tried it, we're probably gonna do some correlating right here. You're probably gonna go through the same motions that I did trying this fragrance right here. So before we continue, guys, let's go spray this thing right now. Okay, guys, now that we've sprayed this fragrance, let's go talk about the top notes, shall we? Now, right here on the opening notes, you are going to get aldehydes as well as fruity notes and a green accord as well, guys. Very interesting. This is a very, very interesting combo. And right here, guys, the first thing I'm gonna say, the most prominent note right here in the opening is going to be your aldehydes, guys. So it's gonna be a strong blast of aldehydes. But the difference right here, I would say, is that the aldehydes are not really bright aldehydes, but these are more soapy aldehydes. This is more on the soapy side of the aldehydes. These are thick, soapy aldehydes, non-bright. They're actually an immediate curve, guys. That is, I guess, much more different from other fragrances that use brighter aldehydes. This is not. This is more on the soapy side right here. That is what you can expect. And then the second major component that goes with the aldehydes are going to be your fruity notes, okay? The fruity notes are going to be your second major part right here. And in the beginning, you are going to get pineapple and citruses. That makes sense because it's going to be your initial opening impact of the aldehydes. You're going to get that crisp, glistening blast of pineapple and citruses to kind of like counter the thick cloud of aldehydes right there to give you some sense awakening feelings as you are smelling the pineapple and citruses. Now, I would say 15 minutes later, when the aldehydes sort of subside, they don't really subside, but compared to the intro where they come in strong, eventually, guys, I think that there are gonna be red berries here as well as the fruity note that comes in. I think there's a really huge change, and it makes sense because in the beginning, it's kind of like that impact opening, so you're gonna get pineapple and citruses, but then when it kind of settles down, I do smell some red berries right here in the mix. So those are the big ones. Really, it's aldehydes and these fruity notes, pineapple and citrus in the beginning, red berries in the end. Now the green accord is actually kind of like right in the middle. It's sandwiched in the middle. I don't think it's as prominent as those other two, but the green accord is really nice, guys. It actually smells like freshly cut stems, and it is a lingering green accord, okay? It's maybe the fresh component, if you will, to add to all of that, the fruity notes and the aldehydes. But best believe this one right here is an immediate curve, okay? It is an immediate curve. It is not a projecting bright blast of aldehydes and citruses. It's going to be a thick concentrated curve of aldehydes with those counter notes added to it, but not, like overcoming it to where this becomes a bright fragrance. Now, with all these notes coming together, guys, from the aldehydes and the fruity notes, my first impression was that this is elegance in a bottle, okay? This one right here is elegance in the bottle. I mean, hey, the bottle already tells you that, guys, but the juice inside definitely gives you that elegance in a bottle feeling, guys. And it does remind me of maybe vintage aldehydic women's perfumes, guys, but it also incorporates that sophisticated fruity note accord where you have some pineapple and citruses in the beginning and red berries in the end. And that's maybe the modern touch that goes with this aldehydic cloud right here. So it's a beautiful intro. Again, you have those fruits to kind of waken up your senses. You have a green accord, a lingering green accord, and then you also have, of course, the star of the show, your aldehydes. Your soapy aldehydes are gonna be there again to give you guys this impression that this is elegance in a bottle right here. Now, one thing I'll say about this fragrance, guys, is that you have to go easy on the trigger, okay? You have to go easy on the trigger. I mean, as you can see, when I tried this earlier, I only did 2 sprays, and actually I should have just done 1 spray because this one right here, this is a strong fragrance, probably one of the strongest fragrances I've ever tried. And notice I didn't use the word beast mode because beast mode, guys, is more of a projector, right? It's a strong projector that will hit a lot of people, guys. But with Accento Overdose, at least this aldehydic part with the fruits, guys, this soapiness, it's more of strength in terms of concentration. It feels like a very concentrated cloud, a thick cloud of aldehydes and fruity notes that are just relentless, guys. This soapiness does not end, no joke, until probably 10 hours. 10 hours, guys. And that's more than most scents that perform maybe 7 to 8 hours and they actually weaken. Accento Overdose does not weaken, guys. So if you like that scent in the beginning, trust me, you're gonna get it for hours and hours in the same strength, same intensity. And that is what I can say. Be very careful spraying this right here. Now, right here in the mid, you are going to get a lot of continuity because the most prominent note right here in the mid of Accento Overdose is going to be Lily of the Valley. Okay, Lily of the Valley is the strongest mid note right here, and Lily of the Valley is a white floral note with soapy and green nuances right here. So that will tell you that you're getting a lot of continuity. The soapiness continues into the mid. The greenness also continues into the mid. It's just that it's floral versus your woody, musky, aldehydic scent. It goes into a floral with your Lily of the Valley. And like I said, it is the strongest note right here in the mid. You'll also get the note of jasmine right here in the mid, guys. And the jasmine provides a second dimension white floral note to the Lily of the Valley, secondary to the Lily of the Valley. You can still smell the jasmine, guys. It's a beautiful, fresh, white floral, guys. But again, you're still gonna get that blanket of that Lily of the Valley. And then eventually, guys, in comes your Bulgarian rose, okay? The Bulgarian rose is a beautiful rose note. It's one of the most expensive rose ingredients right there, Bulgarian rose. And right here, what I can say is that it just adds, but it never overcomes the Lily of the Valley. You know, it's like another like sultry, deep, maybe romantic, you know, edge that comes in right here in the mid with Bulgarian rose. I mean, that's what rose does. But still, I mean, you're still gonna get that white floral soapiness with a little bit of green with Lily of the Valley. And really, you might feel like there's a lot of continuity right here, guys. And this mid, let me tell you, this floral mid with a little bit of that rose, it really does last for like 10 hours, guys. And so really, you're getting a lot of continuity. The soapiness from the aldehydes in the beginning, as well as the green accord, easily transitions into that thick and strong Lily of the Valley note, guys. So you're gonna get soapiness, and the greenness, it does continue. Just like I said, the latter is more floral with the addition of Bulgarian rose for a romantic edge. But man, it is a lot of continuity. I'm talking about 10 hours, significant, constant strength with no signs of weakening, guys. So that is what you can expect right here with Accento Overdose. Now, when it comes to the dry down of Accento Overdose, guys, this fragrance has one of the most interesting combinations I've ever seen on a dry down right here. And on the dry down of Accento Overdose, you are going to get eucalyptus as well as pine, guys. Okay, eucalyptus and pine. And eucalyptus, as you guys know, this is your camphorous, minty, sweet Vicks Vaporub type eucalyptus right here. And then of course pine will be pine, guys. Okay, and this is the combination you'll get. But the thing I will say is that this combination pops out at the 10th hour of this fragrance. And with that being said, although this is a strong part of this fragrance still, because it comes in the 10th hour, I really don't think that this part is what the fragrance is truly about. I really think that the first part, the elegance in a bottle part, with those really sophisticated fruity and floral notes, guys, the romanticism of that rose coming in, as well as the aldehydic part, of course, I think that that is what this fragrance is truly about. So before you guys get concerned about the dry down, you are going to experience 10 hours of that whole wave, that strong cloud that you will get with Accento Overdose. But that doesn't mean that this dry down is a slouch, guys. Actually, this is also a prominent smelling dry down, just not as strong as that relentless cloud that you'll get for the first 10 hours. Actually, it's more of a breather, actually. And I clocked it in at about 10 hours is when really the eucalyptus came out, some green pine came out. But then again, I noticed that that's when the cloud kind of dissipated, if you will, guys. So that is when the whole strength of this fragrance really gets maybe subtly weaker, but not weak, guys, with the dry down notes still blaring strong. And really, to be honest, this fragrance could have gone past maybe 15 to 16 hours, but I just had to shower at that point. I just had to shower and get it off my skin because I had to do some other things. I had to shower in the morning to get this off. I was spraying this at night. I would say that if I didn't do that, maybe this one could have gone like 15, 16 hours. That's how strong this is to me. Usage wise, guys, I've said it before and I'll say this again. This fragrance right here is elegance in a bottle, guys. Okay, elegance in a bottle. And with that being said, this fragrance to me is not your casual grabber. It is not your, wear whenever you want. I really think that this fragrance is reserved for more special occasions, guys. Okay, whether it's an upscale thing, you're going to an upscale restaurant, upscale event with some VIPs, something like that, guys, where you actually are going to dress up You're gonna bring out your guns, your best outfit, you know, and basically this will top it off. This will finish the congruency of that elegance and sophistication. Like I said, it's got the aldehydes, it's got the sophisticated fruity notes, it's got the Bulgarian rose, guys. So I mean, that would be perfect for that type of occasion right there. And I think this is for women, really. I mean, the guys maybe, but for me, overall, this is a women's perfume. Okay, this is for women. And also, I will say this: never use this on summery or hot environments. Don't be fooled by the aldehydes, the pineapple, and the citruses. All of that is like a thick cloud that really will work well in cooler environments, or maybe even the winter time, guys. Do not wear this in summertime, maybe fall, winter, or the cooler nights of spring. That is really the best time to wear Accento Overdose. Ultimately, guys, I think that this fragrance is a try first and is not blind buy worthy. And that's because I think that this fragrance right here is a bit specialized compared to other Xerjoff fragrances. There are Xerjoff fragrances that are really popular with the masses, that if you look at the composition of those fragrances, guys, one smell of it and you guys are gonna love it. And I'm talking about like maybe Ivory Root or Naxos. Those are popular with the masses. But this one right here is, like I said, elegance in a bottle for women, guys. And so, you know, I would try it first and see how it works. And the thing I'll say too is that this fragrance really will grow on you as well. So the thing about this fragrance is that in the beginning, maybe it won't hit you as hard, or maybe it won't make a really big impression in the beginning, but continue to try it. If you have a sample, continue to try the sample, and I tell you, it's gonna grow on you for sure, guys. Especially when you watch this review, you go through the breakdown, a lot of things will definitely make sense with this fragrance, Accento Overdose. But yeah, this fragrance right here, elegance in a bottle for women, that is without a doubt the identity of Accento Overdose. And the performance, like I said, is just insane. It's just strong, relentless, lasts for hours and hours without weakening. If you're into performance, that's something that's kind of like a, you know, a checkbox for you guys. This fragrance definitely has it right here. And this fragrance, like I said, is a beautiful addition to any woman's collection, in my opinion. If you are looking for an elegant women's perfume on the niche side that really brings out a lot of sophistication, especially in the composition, this fragrance is definitely it. Not only are you getting some soapy aldehydes and white florals, but you are also getting a sophisticated concoction of fruity notes with that pineapple, citrus, and red berries, as well as a beautiful Bulgarian rose right here. So like I said, if we're looking at an elegant women's perfume, this is definitely it. But again, mark my words, you gotta do maybe one spray of this, maybe one spray, unless you're really a performance head and you want a fragrance to be blaringly strong for hours and hours. Then sure, do 2 sprays like I did just now. I'm gonna smell this until later, but this fragrance right here, in my opinion, 1 spray only. If I was a woman and I didn't want to, like, you know, overwhelm the people around me, I would only do 1 spray of Accento Overdose, to be honest, guys. I've heard some horror stories of people getting nauseated with more than 2 sprays of Accento Overdose. All right, so that is it. That is my review of Xerjoff's Accento Overdose. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think of this fragrance right here. What was your first impression, and was that a lasting impression, or did you guys try this again and maybe your mind changed when you tried it a little bit more? Let me know on the comments below. And if you're a guy or a girl, if you're a guy that owns this and you think that this is pretty unisex, kind of like an herba pura, let me know in the comments below. There are no right or wrong answers in this. And if you love this, I would love to know your experience with Accento Overdose, guys. And of course, please do not forget to like and subscribe. We are headed to 13K, guys, less than 100 to go. So please do like and subscribe, and I thank you for your support. I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless, take care, peace.